Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe. Man, we have some good, good fights. Well, the main event in UFC 248 was kind of lackluster, man, which I'll be talking about that. But this fight here, man, Adam Kownacki versus Robert Helenius, I didn't expect it to be like this, man. I'm glad I turned to the fight. I just pulled up the app on my phone, so I said, let me go ahead and check this out. Because I wasn't home, so I said, let me go ahead and pull this up and watch it. And yeah, man, it really turned out to be a good fight, man. And a lot of people didn't expect this, but Robert Helenius, he was able to stop Adam Kownacki in 4 rounds. And I myself, I didn't really feel like it was an upset either. A lot of people felt like Kownacki was the favorite, of course. He is younger. He's 30 years old, and Helenius, for good reason, everybody thought that, Helenius had seen better days. As a hardcore fan, I did. I felt like he's seen better days, but skill-wise, I feel like Helenius is a better fighter. I knew he was a better fighter than Kownacki. Kownacki, it was just a matter of time. I've told some people this that are fans of Kownacki's style, but like I told him, I said, man, it's just a matter of time when he meets a harder puncher, you don't have to be a harder puncher, but just an accurate puncher. Let me put it that way. You meet an accurate boxer with just a decent jab and a solid right hand, you're gonna see some different you're gonna see a different reaction out of Kownacki when he takes these shots. Because Kownacki's style, I hate to say it, he's kind of like a punch factory. He just comes in there, he throws high volume punches. He's just constantly throwing punches. He's giving them away. He's constantly hitting you with punches from all these different angles, but there's not much power on him. And Helenius, he's seen styles like this before. So all he had to do was kind of sit back in this fight and wait for his moment to strike. If you just go back and look at the first round, Kownacki started off like he usually does. He started off fast. He was throwing a lot of punches and landing a lot of punches. Helenius's nose was turning a bit red from eating those jabs right down the middle and kind of being pressed against the ropes. And Kownacki was landing some good body shots, but they're good shots that were landing, but at the same time, not much pop to him. So, Helenius, he was able to eat a lot of these shots, taking a lot of shots, but eating a lot of these shots. So in that round, that first round, you could see like Helenius just kind of like letting it kind of play out, tying him up a little bit, clinching here and there. Then in the second round, Helenius started to open up a little bit. And this is what I was talking about. Like, there was a few exchanges where Helenius was just slipping good, hard, accurate shots up the middle. He would land like 2 good, hard, assertive shots to Kownacki's maybe like 4 or 5 high volume punches. He's sitting there throwing and just like leaning in on Helenius, but Helenius is landing the better counter shots. And what I've told, what a lot of people don't know is Helenius has underrated power. He can punch backing up or he can punch going forward. If you go back and look at some of his fights, he's backing up and he's throwing those left hooks and they're doing damage, stepping back. Whereas he has more pop backing up than Kownacki has going forward. So if you look at that one point in like the second round, whenever Kownacki steps in, Helenius caught him with a good right uppercut. You could just see a head snap, and Kownacki kind of went back on the back foot. Like, he was hurt, but like he wasn't really like rock, but he had to kind of show him respect. So when he stepped back and was catching his breath, that's whenever Helenius just started unloading the jabs and right hands down the middle. He just pop straight down the middle, and Kownacki just had to kind of step back and catch that breather. So I think that second round, it was close. Like, Kownacki probably edged it just because he landed more shots, but the better shots was from Helenius, and that's where Helenius started coming on stronger. But Kownacki was landing some good body shots. Like I said, ended that round good, and in the third round with some vicious body shots. You could see like Kownacki's, not Kownacki, but Helenius's ribs starting to turn red because those right hooks to the body, I think they were doing damage. They were doing some damage. But Helenius, like I said, he's pretty tough, and he was just kind of like weathering the storm. He was weathering the storm and just kind of taking a lot of steam off punches by leaning back on the ropes and, again, clinching. He was tying him up, tying Kownacki up, letting him exhaust himself. So when you clinch somebody and you put your weight on them and you just kind of let them punch themselves out, he was kind of doing his rope-a-dope, if you think about it. Because we got to that fourth round, again, Kownacki's punch output kind of went down, and that's whenever Helenius started landing better shots and going on that back foot. And then when they got to that corner, Helenius, he like kind of spun out, but not really spun out too much, but he let Kownacki kind of fall. He let him fall into himself and kind of exhaust himself. And whenever Kownacki got back up, shoot, Helenius just went in, ripped him with a good right hook, right hand left hook, and Kownacki went down. He went down on his back. He really looked hurt and exhausted. I mean, he beat the count when he got back up. Helenius just unloaded. You know, he just unloaded some solid right hands over the guard. And as Kownacki was backing up, I was just counting these shots. I was like, all right, man, he's eating some shots here. I know he's supposed to be the favorite, but sooner or later you're gonna have to stop this. And then the ref stepped in, you know. So right when he stepped in, I was just like, yeah, that was a good stoppage. I mean, he's young, undefeated, you know, but hey, you can't let these guys, you know, go in there, you know, put their, you know, risk dying in there, you know. That's why I was just like, yo, Kownacki, if he was going to argue with that decision of being stopped, hey man, he wasn't answering back, but he didn't seem to be mad about anything, you know. It was cool. But yeah, Helenius, like I said, this wasn't really like a fight where you could just step into shots like this, you know. Kownacki style is kind of like the, you know, somebody phrased it like a barroom brawler, you know. Just being honest, no disrespect, you know. He just likes to go in there and have at it, you know. He'll go in there, unload shots on you, knows he has a pretty decent chin and can take a good shot, but all it takes is that right punch from the right fighter, you know. There was a couple of shots he ate like the second round when I was like, man, if that was Anthony Joshua or Wilder or Fury, they would already laid him out, you know, just from like some of those shots. But like I said, Helenius was just kind of sitting back and, you know, picking his shots early. But when he got into that fourth round and just, you know, exhausted him and let them hands go, you see the difference in accuracy and assertive shots, man. But yeah, man, overall, like I said, it was a good fight, good 4-round fight, but you can learn a lot from those 4 rounds. If you go back and watch those 4 rounds and just understand, you know, how important defense is, you know, especially with, you know, even if you are a high volume puncher, you know, Kownacki in his case, you know, his defense is his offense. You know, he's throwing so many punches, so nobody can throw back. But the day he meets somebody that can weather the storm, you know, I'm glad it happened now instead of him, you know, getting destroyed by somebody like AJ or Tyson Fury or Wilder. You know, he learned now that, hey, I got to go back to the drawing boards. You know, he's going to have to go back to the back of the line. No title shot now because, I mean, that just shows you there's a lot to work on, man. And I was telling people this, man, like Kownacki, he's up in these rankings right now, but that's just telling you that there's not enough competition up there for him, you know. And as soon as somebody like a veteran like Helenius stepped up and, you know, put just a few skills on him, that was the outcome, you know, early on, man. But yeah, man, that's all I got on this, y'all. But like I said, I'm gonna probably go back and do some videos on Efe Ajagba, his fight too, man. He dished out a brutal beating, man. And I say that because, well, first off, you know, casual fans are gonna say, oh, it was just like a beat 'em up fight. It wasn't really like a solid knockout. But I'm the type of guy that just looks at guys taking these, you know, brutal punches, the accumulation of punches, and man, like Efe Ajagba, he was really dishing it out, and man, like I probably would have stopped this fight earlier, the dude he was fighting, man, because he was really taking a beat. You know, he was getting his ass beat. I mean, his skull was getting battered, man. And there was a point in that fight where the dude just had to take a knee, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna go back and just, you know, do a quick video on that one as well. But yeah, man, definitely check this fight out, man. Like I said, if you're a boxer and you want to learn how to fight, this is a good fight to teach you what to do and not to do. You know, just one of many fights, you know. But yeah, man, that's all I got on, guys. If you did like this fight, you know, just let me know what y'all think as far as, you know, what Kownacki's going to do from here as well. You know, just let me know in the comment section. Make sure y'all subscribe here, Combo Breaker 99. Also to the Jab Effect. I'm out. Peace.